Hello, good morning, students. So, in this class, we will perform your experiment number 4. Your experiment number 4 is to study the common emitter characteristic, to study the input and output characteristic of common emitter amplifier. So, for this, I will take you to the IIT Kharagpur platform. So, what you will do, you will go to Google and open this website vlab.iitkgp.ac.in. Once you have opened this lab, you will get this type of interface. Okay. Then next, you will go to this tab, VLab IIT Kharagpur, and here you will be getting different fields of electronics. We will go to basic electronics lab that you can find here. You will click this and another window will open. So this is your basic electronics virtual laboratory. It is mentioned here that you can read. So various options available are introductions, a list of experiments, instructions, technology used, people and feedback. So first of all, you will study this introduction. And in this introductions, after this introduction, you will be having list of experiments. So for basic electronics, you have different types of experiments, and we have total 17 experiments. And we will perform this experiment number 10, which is your BJT common emitter characteristic. But the name of our experiment is different. It is to study input-output characteristic of common emitter amplifier. Here it is written BJT common emitter characteristic. So it will be having both input characteristic as well as output characteristic. So first of all, you are here theory is given about BJT that we had already discussed in the theory classes, like the symbol for NPN transistors. Then we have this PNP transistor symbol, and after this, brief introduction about emitter, base, and collector, different regions that we had already discussed in the theory classes. And at the bottom, you will find the circuit diagram in order to obtain the input characteristic. This is the circuit diagram in order to obtain the input characteristic. So here you can see our emitter is common with the base and collector, and we will obtain the input characteristic from this circuit diagram. So basically, your input characteristic is the plot between the base current and the base emitter voltage. Means input current, which is base current, and input voltage, which is base emitter voltage. This will be giving you the input characteristic. Okay, this circuit diagram you are going to remember. Okay, so in the theory part, this circuit diagram you can also draw in the theory parts. Same circuit diagram is to be used here, and next part you will see that is your output characteristic, and the circuit diagram is same. You can compare. Okay, common emitter output characteristic for the common emitter amplifier. And how will you define the output characteristic? Output characteristic that we usually define, they are, or you can say this is the plot between the collector current and collector to emitter voltage. Means your output characteristic is the plot between the output current and output voltage. And here output current is collector current and output voltage is collector to emitter voltage. And you will be plotting this characteristic for various value of the base current, input current, IB. Okay, input characteristic, you will be plotting the input characteristic for various value of collector to emitter voltage, VC, which is your output voltage. This is the difference between output characteristic and input characteristic. Okay, so once you have studied this and once you have drawn all these circuit diagrams, and after this you will go to your next option, which is your procedure. Here complete procedure is written that we will study, that we will use each and every step in order to obtain the graph. And then I will take you to the simulation part. So once you have clicked the simulation part, you will get two options, BJT input characteristic and BJT output characteristic. Both we are doing it for common emitter configurations. We will firstly we will do BJT input characteristic. Once you have clicked, you have got this type of experiment, this type of you can say interface you will get. And here you can see this emitter is in the form of emitter is shown, and some voltmeters are shown just to show the readings. Rest part is same as the previous one. Okay, so two rheostats are used that we will see what is the functions to be in the circuits. And here you will see instructions are given. 7 instructions are given. These instructions you are going to follow, and one by one you are going to follow these instructions. Then you will be varying the voltages and currents, and accordingly you will be getting the output. So first, and here is the collector emitter voltage, and this is the table that where different reading you will be get here. And the two controls you can say rheostat 1, RH1 and RH2. You can vary like this, and for different value of these rheostats. Okay, so first that we can just see the first step in the instruction table, which is initially we are going to set both the rheostat 1, RH1 equal to 1 ohm, RH2 equal to 1 ohm. Okay, then after we have set both the rheostat to 1 ohm, we will set the collector emitter voltage to 1 volt by adjusting rheostat 2. Okay, collector, this is the collector to emitter voltage. This meter or this meter is giving us VC, collector to emitter voltage. We will set this VC by varying RH2. So we will set VC to 1 volt to vary by varying this RH2. Here initially it is 0.1. Okay, so we will vary this, and when it is 1, we will leave RH2. We will note down that value of RH2. So this is RH1. RH2, for RH2 having 10 value, we have got this VC as equal to 1 volt. Then next step, again we will see what is the instruction. base emitter voltage is varied by adjusting the rheostat RH1. Okay, base emitter voltage you are going to vary, and you will adjust RH1. Okay, so you will adjust RH1. You will vary this RH1, and base emitter voltage is varied. Once you have varied the base emitter voltage by adjusting RH1, you will click add to plot. Okay, so this base emitter voltage and this base current reading, it will be visible in this table. Base emitter voltage 0.120 and 2.393. Okay, and we have already set collector to emitter voltage 1 volt initially by varying RH2. Okay, so this is we are going to take the different reading for the same value of the collector voltage. So then we will again vary it, and then we will again add to table little bit. So similarly, we will take the different readings of base emitter voltage and base current by varying this RH1. Like this, you are plotting, and we are taking these readings for same value of the collector voltage, that is your 1 volt. Okay, for 1 volt of collector emitter voltage, you are taking these readings. Okay, so 20 readings are sufficient. 15 to 20 readings are sufficient. You can take these readings by varying RH1, and side by side you are clicking this add to table. So still now we have 13 readings, 14 and 15, 16, 17, then we have 18, then we have 19, 20, 21. Okay, so in this way you will be getting this table which will give you the reading of base emitter voltage versus base current for various values of collector to emitter voltage. Okay, so next step what you will do, let us see what is the written section. Click on plot to plot the IV characteristic of common emitter configuration, and a graph will be made available. It will be drawn with VB along x-axis and base current along y-axis. Okay, then you will clear the button to take another set of reading, and finally you will set the collector emitter voltage to 2 volt, 3 volt, 4 volt, and you will get the different readings. Okay, now first of all, let us see what happens when we click this plot button. Once you click this plot button, you will get this type of plot. Okay, so this is the plot between base current and base emitter voltage. VI plot we can see. This is the input characteristic. We have the base current as the input current and base emitter voltage as the your input voltage, and we are taking both reading of both these parameters for the various values of your collector to emitter voltage. Okay, this we have taken for collector to emitter voltage of 1 volt. Then similarly we will take it for 2 volt and 3 volt and 4 volt. So these type of curve you will be getting in a graph. This is the VI plot, and one option is here given. It is given here. You can take the print in order to paste it in your file. So you will be clicking this button, and you will get it in the form of save as a PDF. So here you will be getting the entire page to be printed out, and later on you can get it pasted in your file. So I will not save it. Okay. So this is our experiment number 4 for how to obtain the input characteristic from common emitter configurations. Okay. So I hope it is clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can let me know.